What's going on, Group Coach Nation? Let's talk about this value ladder problem. So, let me kind of give you a little backstory here. And this is why we teach a mastermind first model. All right. Own story. And I've seen this thousands of other times. You've all probably experienced the same thing. And let me just untangle what's going on here. So, we all get taught to get into marketing our information, right? We're good at something, we're an expert in a value ladder sort of way. So, we have some sort of hook that gets people in. We get their email, then we give them something free, then we give them something for $27, then $150, then $500, then we sell them into a $2,000 thing, and then we try to build a huge enough audience where we can start selling them into $15, $20, $50,000 offers, right? The information flow, going from low information to high information, and really just bringing a value ladder for buyers who want to go through that process. I totally get it. I totally thought that was the way it worked. I've read all the books, I've listened to all the podcasts, I've watched all the YouTube videos, just like you. Okay. You're not alone. It's not your fault. It's just a broken model that's going around this thing the hard way. Okay. So if you're selling something that promotes a value ladder process where your products and services get used effectively in the value ladder setup, then maybe it's in your best interest to promote that model. But truly, for 99% of the people out there, going through that value ladder build is just going to be the longest, hardest, most expensive possible way for you to get results by selling your information. Here's the other flip flop side of this thing. And for me, I was 5 years into producing e-courses and several $100,000 of expense in my team's time and ads before I figured this out. At that point, I had a successful agency, so I had money and time to play with, and I could pursue the thing. But even with the success I had, the resources I had, and my understanding, it was a marketing agency. My understanding of marketing, the value letter thing was just simply broken and not working effectively the way I always thought it would, right? The way that we see a few superstars out there just crushing it with their e-courses or their books or whatever. Here's the thing. Start at the top and work your way down. We all know, because it's true and people say it in so many books, it's for real. It's just as hard to sell a $10 client as it is to sell a $10,000 client or a $100,000 client, right? So start at the top. Just put all your effort into starting at the top. It's really not that hard, okay? In fact, it's way, way easier than attracting a bunch of people in a lower level market. Go straight to the top and attract those people. Now, here's the thing that makes this work or not work. Number one, don't find just regular people, all right? Don't just find an audience. Choose the people you want to be in your mastermind. The internet makes this so easy for us. All the social media platforms, all the like host guest matching platforms, all the stuff that we all have access to that we hang out on every day. We're identifying ourselves and saying, "Oh, I'm this person." You can go out there and quickly find a list of 10, 15, 100, 1,000 people that you're like, "These people are clearly the people I want to work with." All right? Not just, "Oh, I'll cast a huge net into a market and see what happens." But no, like, these are the people I am after, these specific people. Like, these are their names. It's really easy to do. So don't just find people, choose the specific people you want and start at the top. All right. Next, never apologize for your first mastermind, group coaching program, whatever. In fact, charge more for it. For many of us, we kind of get caught in this value ladder scenario because we think if we don't start at the bottom, we're going to end up like doing something, selling something. Maybe we're not good enough. It's our first group. What if it's not this, that? Look, if you're already doing done for you services and you're doing one-on-one consulting, and you've already got a plan and a process, and you're already getting people results, you can do that in a group. In fact, they will change. Your clients will change and transform typically 5 times or more faster when you're teaching in a group or mastermind setting, all right? Because they get to do it together. I'm not talking about these groups that call themselves masterminds that have like 200 people in them, 1,000 people in them. That's not a mastermind, folks. A mastermind is a close-knit group of people that you're taking through a process of transformation. They're working together with each other and with you, and they're getting things done. We're talking 10, 15, 20, max of like 50 people. Once you start getting to that range, it's pretty hard to even call that a mastermind, particularly if it's tactically driven, not just relationally driven. More on that if you have questions. I'm just trying to get you through this thought process. Start at the top, break the value ladder, and go straight to the top. It takes less effort to actually get the work done. Next up, never create your products alone. Okay. Often when we're creating low-end value ladder pieces, we're creating a template that we can give away. We're creating a 3-part video series we can sell for a couple $100. We're creating things that we know about that we think people would want because they've asked us. But what we miss there is that the video, the templates, the steps we're creating are honestly usually too advanced. They're not quite right. They're not quite scratching that itch. They're not solving the exact pain point that your people have. And you think, but this is a good thing. Yes, it is good information, but it's not the right information at the right moment for that audience. So creating alone just creates a void in your market, in your checkbook, and really on your calendar. So create with your community. So when you're doing a high ticket mastermind or group coaching program, you can sell at that top level. Find the people you want to sell to, find the people you know you can change their lives, and invite them to join your program. Then create the processes, create the training, create the next steps for them as you're going along with them in the process. Remember, don't charge less for that. Actually charge more, because that first group is going to get the most ever value out of you and what you're teaching. It's so cool to watch. All right. Next up and last up, charge your future price. All right, let me define this. Charge your future price. So you think, okay, I'm creating this space right now. I've got this thing that I'm creating. I get it. That's awesome. Oh, by the way, what's up, guys? Oh, Beate, oh my gosh. I am so super stoked to be hanging out with you a ton in Q2. Like, Beate, we're gonna have so much fun. Good to see you. Okay. If y'all want to just see a badass person, go check out Beate. She dominates in freaking everything she does. Oh my gosh. If you get a chance to hang out with her, 5 minutes on a call with her, coaching call with her, like whatever you do with Beate, she is like insanely good at what she does. She sold a company to Bill Gates a while back. That's just the start. Like, her bio is just blowing me away. Beate, can't wait to hang out soon. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have so much fun. Okay. So this last piece, charge your future price, right? Just mentioned that. Charge like what you think your mastermind, your group coaching program, what do you call it? Charge what you think you'd want to charge in like a year or 2 or 5. When you think, oh, once I've done this a few times, oh my gosh, then I'm going to be amazing. And then I'll be able to charge what all the big coaches and consultants charge. Charge that now. Like, charge that now. I promise you, the value you're going to bring to these people will change their lives. Think about it this way. If somebody joins your program and you're going to teach them for 8 weeks or 12 weeks or 12 months, however long you're going to impact their life for, if they practice what you tell them to do for, let's say, 12 full months, that doesn't mean your mastermind is 12 months long. It could be 12 weeks long. I don't care. But they take your advice and they execute. Like we say here, they do work to get results. If that's what's going on, and they do that for 12 months consistently, what kind of change will it have in their life? How much money will they make? How much time will they save? How will their relationships change? How will their personal health, their life change? Whatever it is, what's going to change? What's going to be different? Charge based on that value. That is what you're doing for these people. It's not about how many groups you've led. It's not about how many years you've been in consulting or coaching. It's not about how much money you have. It's not about the value that you think your information's worth. That has nothing to do with it. Honestly, for most of us, our information and what we hold dear, and we're like, I'm good at this. We're good at that often because we've tried really hard. We've overcome a lot of difficulty. And get this, it's natural to you. So you're going to undercharge every time if you just think about what this is worth to you, because this came relatively easy for you compared to other people. I'm not saying you had an easy time getting where you are today. You put in the blood, sweat, and tears. I get it. We all have. But the path you chose and the things you figured out and the codes you've cracked, those are things that you have a natural kind of orientation toward. And that's super important to recognize, because you're going to have easier success than somebody else accomplishing that on your own. If they're with you, they're going to get to springboard off of your natural capacity to do that thing. You're putting your genetic superpower into that person while they're going through the process of transforming their life with you and a group of people. That's something that's really hard to price for most people when we think about it on our own, but it's something that's so vitally important when you start pricing out your program, your mastermind. That's like so important. So let me review these 4 points again. All right. If you have questions, as always, ask them in the comments while we're live, ask them after lives. Doesn't matter. We'll get the info to you. We'll point you in the right direction. Break that value ladder. Start at the top. Don't start at the low points. Okay. It's just as much work to sell a $10 person as a $100,000 person. Just simply get in there and do the right work. Number one, don't find just people. Don't go out there in the market. Choose the people you want to work with. So many people online in all the platforms we're all hanging out on are clearly identifying who they are. Go research them, find them. Don't be marketing to everybody. And don't just be marketing to a section of the market. Like, find the people in that market you want to work with. Okay. If you're charging, I'm just going to pick a number here. If you're charging $20,000 a seat for your mastermind and you want to have 10 people in there and you want to run it 4 times a year, all right, that's 40 people at $20K. That's, what is that, $800,000? You only have 40 people in that scenario to sell to. You only have 40 seats available. You don't need 3,000 people on an email list for that. You don't need 500 people in a Facebook group for that. Go find the people. All you got to do is find the people. And sure, you're not going to sell every person you talk to. So you might need to find 80 people or 120 people or 160 people. You don't have to find a lot of people. And they're out there and they've pre-labeled themselves and they've raised their hand and they've already said, I'm your person. It's super clear. Number 2, never apologize for your first whatever, your first product, service, mastermind. Charge more for it. Your first time through this process, if this is your first go at it, will be the best experience your clients will ever have, because they're going to get so much more time and encouragement and connection with you than any future group, because that first build out is so involved. It's going to change their lives. They're the lucky ones. Charge more for it. Never create products alone, right? Don't go create these low end, low offer products. Only create what you're selling. All right. Sell those mastermind seats. Take people through the process. In that process, the creation of everything else will happen. You can record it. You can templatize it. You can make it your own. And all of a sudden, you will have all of the things you need to then go create a low end product if you want to, but start at the top of the value ladder and change or charge your future prices. Like we just got done talking about, charge those future prices. Make sure that you're actually doing the things that you know are going to work for the people you serve, and charge them for the reality that their life will be when they take your advice for 12 full months. Think about it that way. Remember, don't charge what seems right to you. You're not the buyer. You're the person who's come on this information through your hard work and your genetic wiring. So get in there and sell them an opportunity to have a chance to change like you have. But they're only going to have that chance if they have your backbone with them. They need you, your brain, your skill set, your ability to see things the way you see it. That's uniquely you. That's what you're selling. That's what they need. They don't need a list of how-tos. They need you. And that's what those top tier masterminds are all about. The masterminds that I joined personally as a student, that's what they're all about. The masterminds I lead as a leader, that's what they're all about. The masterminds that you lead, the masterminds that you're going to lead in the future, that's what they're about. They're about true quality, integrity, spot on information with you and a small group of people who actually get to transform their lives together. Most amazing transformations ever happen in group programs. Ask your therapy friends. Group programs work. All right. And they usually work way faster than one-on-one therapy sessions. It's human nature. It's the way we're wired. You can do the same exact thing and follow that same exact model in your business. That's where you can be. As always, folks, do the work to get the results. We say it every time. Do work, get results. Just make sure you're doing the right work. That's why we built Group Coach Nation. So if group coaching is your thing, if you're going down this path of, I want my time back, I want my freedom back, I just want to lead people through with my expertise. Lean in. GroupCoachNation.com has everything you're going to need. You're going to find out if you're a beginner, advanced, or pro level person. Like, it's free. Go there. It's not a low ticket funnel, folks. We're not going to steal your email address just so we can offer you a downloadable PDF. That's not who we are. It's not what we teach. It's not what we believe. We just want you to have information to help you get started, because you can freaking do this. All right. The coolest thing about this is that you're going to change people's lives. You really are going to change their lives. You're not going to be wondering, did they follow the 10 steps that I put in that PDF? And do they get anything? Or are they just going to rat me out later online and say, that was the dumbest PDF ever? No, the people in your programs are going to get to know you. They're going to get real change, real value. You're going to get to do the right thing. Something you don't hear every day in marketing, right? You're going to get to do the right thing. I love that. You can sleep well at night with that one. That's it, folks. Do the work, get the results. Chris Williams here as always, and just lean in. Ask your questions. We're here for you. Talk soon.